Hello. You might have to excuse me, my voice isn't all that good. But I'm going to be preaching to you over 1 Kings 18. It's kind of a long chapter, so I'll just summarize it. Basically, Elijah gets called by the Lord to come from the forest into, from the forest into, to present himself to Ahab. And after he shows himself, just to see what's going on, because God sent him away because of the famine going on. And there's a huge famine, and he's going to go and present himself, and it's going to rain, and they're going to have crops. And when he comes back, he sees that Jezebel has killed all of God's prophets, which no prophet means they're easily led astray. And so Jezebel tells them that their God is bad and that they should worship Baal. And they go and they worship Baal, and it's just badness everywhere. Which kind of leads up to my first point, which is mankind is easily distracted. We have Facebook, TV, and when I first read this, I thought, kind of reminds me if you have a laser and you get a dog, you just point it right there and they'll go and they'll chase it. Then you point it over there and they'll go and they'll chase it. It doesn't matter who has the dot or where the dot's at, they'll go and they'll chase it no matter what. And sometimes it'll just be pointed at a bad place. They'll go and they'll hit the wall. Then they'll go back to trying to chase it again. And that's what mankind basically is. We're easily distracted with everyday objects. And because we're easily distracted and we want to get holy again, we try to compensate any way possible. So we go and we come to church on Sunday, and the rest we're just being pagans, sitting around, just living unholy lives. And what they did was they went and they praised Baal because they thought it would just be this one God that we serve. We'd serve him for this day, then we'd be bad the rest. And basically, if you read on further, Elijah challenges them and says, my God versus your God. We're going to take and do a sacrifice, and whoever's God sends fire from heaven and takes their sacrifice is the one true God. And so they go over and they're like, okay, challenge accepted. And they go over and they're up first. They go and they jump around and they're dancing, they're singing, they're cutting themselves. And all the meantime, nothing's really happening. And they go at this for hours and hours and still nothing. So finally, they just give up. Elijah comes up and he says, I'm going to go over and just take and show them that this is the one true God. Just do a big miracle. Take and dump 4 things of water on it. So they go and they dump it. And then he says, now do it again. Now go do it again. So 12 jars of water are on top of this altar that it's so much that it actually fills the little moat around it. And he goes over and he doesn't jump around. He doesn't just dance and cut himself. He just prays, and fire comes from heaven and takes everything. And from that point, he proves that there's only one God that you should worship, and that you should depend on him and him alone, and that without him you are basically nothing. I kind of thought of it as he brought you into this world and he's not afraid to take you out. My mom says that a lot to me. That's about it.